Jonathan Majors, a name that we haven't heard in a while, looks to be making a comeback with his new movie, Magazine Dreams. I know this movie was filmed a few years ago, and I remember when I first heard about it, being like a, kind of the story chronicling the life of a bodybuilder and a lot of the struggles that, goes within that whole like type of industry. I remember I was like super excited because one thing, I'm into fitness myself, so I thought that would be pretty cool to see a different, aspect into that career field. But then also, Jonathan Majors was going to be starring, who was at the time was had a rising, track in Hollywood. He was coming off of some TV shows, and then he was doing some movies like Creed 3. He was also cast as Kang, the big bad in the new Marvel movies. And we saw kind of like what they did with Kang in the Loki season 2, and also in the Ant-Man movie. I think we can maybe attest that Marvel could have maybe done a better job of writing the character, but I think we can all agree, acting wise, talent wise, Jonathan Majors was a very, very talented actor. I don't know if you guys remember the story that Jamie Foxx himself had told after he did the movie Ray, and he was getting a lot of like Oscar buzz for the like nominations, and he was out like partying, wilding out, and when Oprah approached him and said, you know, you're gonna be like the next big thing. We need you to come correct. And then how she even brought Sidney Poitier to talk to him to showcase the significance of the platform that he had, and what he could do at least for the African American community in the world of cinema. That he didn't maybe take it like more seriously. I feel like Jonathan Majors, at his pinnacle, was kind of like that next person. He was a person that a lot of people were like looking up to, and he just seemed to have a very, very bright and promising future. Then, as we all know, you know, he had the altercation with his girlfriend, which ended up getting him arrested, and went through a whole court trial case where fortunately it went down to a misdemeanor for what it was, but unfortunately for that situation, it kind of derailed his career. He lost the role of Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which was a big like role, to get. But losing that, and then he just kind of went quiet out of the media for a few years, which I think was a good smart move. But that shows you the importance of how important it is to choose your partner. You want to make sure that you're with someone that's not toxic, and that would eventually avoid situations like that, which I feel like we could apply to other things, with their jobs, maybe with their careers. If something's a little bit toxic, you want to kind of leave before it gets to a point that can maybe put you in a situation that's like less fortunate of what you'd like. So fortunately, Magazine Dreams was filmed a few years ago, but then that movie got put on the shelf because of the situation that Jonathan Majors was in. But it looks like he picked up some distribution, and this movie that I know a lot of people behind the scenes were talking about. Wow, like this, his fantastic, absolutely fantastic movie. I was a little bit nervous that we weren't going to be able to get to see this beautiful piece of cinema. I know even the director was like super proud of it as well. So I'm super stoked that it got picked up for distribution, and it looks like we're going to have our first trailer that we're going to see today.
You have to do something big and important. You have to do something big and important. Or nobody.
Side chest. 21 and 7 switch.
I want to be Mr. Olympia one day. I've been training for this every moment of my
It's
entire
dude
life.
from the memes.
Like my deltoids? Judges always say they're too small. Think they're liars?
Everyone's a liar. It is important. that you find people that you can make an emotional bond with.
Haley Bennett. Where's she been at?
I'm asking you
Did she do
nicely
something too in the
and
media?
in a calm voice. If you're not 100%, you will never be successful.
Nobody knows who you are. Nobody.
Well, you gotta commit all energy and focus to being the greatest bodybuilder on the entire planet. That's what separates one from being a champion, one from not being a champion.
What would you do? What are the lengths that you're gonna go through to become that champion, you know? The best at what you do.
Hey guys, Helium Managers is here. Current eyepiece. No!
The world ain't fair. It ain't supposed to be fair. That's how it works.
Oof.
How are you doing, Killian?
What?
When I close my eyes and dream,
Horse!
they're gonna put a picture of me on the cover of the magazine. And the entire world will know my name.
Thank you.
Straight up, I definitely got chills, you know, after watching that trailer. I definitely got like it felt like A24 vibes from it. I don't know if you did as well. I don't think it is, but that's definitely the kind of vibe. The more like it's gonna be like more like just really intimate, you know, storytelling, chronicling this character's story as he, you know, what it means to dive into like you know, a type of world of bodybuilding, and kind of what does it take to reach, you know, the top, to become the very best, even if that means that, you know, taking a sacrifice or hit at your, you know, physical and mental health. It really looks like it's going to dive into a lot of those themes, which I think it's going to be, you know, incredibly powerful and showing kind of like that human experience of, you know, what are we willing to do to, you know, reach a certain goal, and at what cost will that be? Jonathan Majors looks absolutely fantastic in the role. I think he had filmed this around the time of Creed, so he was probably still in that top tier shape, you know, being like super lean, super cut, which, you know, you would expect in this type of role. So I think we can say like he still, but that's really hard to maintain, you know, even in between roles, I can imagine. So I think we still have to give him credit where it's due for, you know, committing to that role. Because imagine having to stick to that fitness, you know, regime, where I'm sure some actors, when they do, they're able to take a little bit of a break after, you know, maybe go to In-N-Out, have some burgers, just eat pizza, fries, whatever they want. But I think for him, you know, to go from Creed 3 and then boom, you know, straight to this movie, and then to keep that up for as long as he, you know, could, as far as with the diet and the working out, you know, we gotta applaud him for that. Haley Bennett looks to be in the role as well. Like I said, I haven't seen her in a while, and I think she's a really talented actress. So, like I said, did she do something in the media as well, or maybe she's just been in some a little bit more like indie roles that I might not be aware of. But it's really good to see her again, and I'm excited to see like what she's gonna, you know, contribute to the role. Overall, I think, in my personal opinion, people make mistakes. We all make mistakes in life, but the thing is that when we do make these mistakes, what can we do to learn from them? So I really believe, you know, Jonathan Majors deserves a second chance. It looks like he's, you know, very committed, you know, to the role, to his craft, and you know, when you fall down, the thing you could do is just, you know, pick yourself back up again and just keep grinding, you know, keep going, keep moving forward. I hope this is the resurgence, you know, that jumpstarts his career back to life, because I really feel this dude is very talented, and I feel like he has a lot to offer and provide and to give to us as, you know, moviegoers. And I really want to see, you know, not only what he does in this role, but what he does in the future as well. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Did you enjoy the trailer? Do you think Jonathan Majors deserves a second chance in Hollywood? I believe he does. I just really believe he has a lot to contribute, to this role, and I'm excited to see what he will do in future roles as well for us as like moviegoers. And not only that, I mean, he kind of motivated me to go to the gym, so that's probably what I'm going to do right after this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I will see you guys on the next one.